Welcome back to the Rock and Roll channel. And once again, my cohort in the wrestling world, Stevie Breaches, is here tonight. Big weekend in the world of wrestling, I would say. And with college football, man, it has been so hard for me to keep up with it. Thank God for YouTube and X and all that stuff, or I'd be like completely out of the loop. But WWE's obviously made some big news. We'll get into the pay-per-views in a little bit. I just wanted to get your opinion. I didn't tell you this in our pre-production meeting, I guess we call it. What do you think about Saudi Arabia hosting a WrestleMania? Because I'm going to give my opinion, and I'm not going to really sugarcoat anything.
I'll tell you the truth. We're really going to find out in the next 48 hours when WWE and Ticketmaster come out and reveal what the WrestleMania tickets are selling like right now. Because I think you have to relate, 43 into 42, them rerunning the city of Las Vegas. The prices, they're up a little bit. I don't think they're up as much as people are like making a big deal about it. Like me and you were there. We paid the money to go last year. They're kind of in the same range, I think. But if people are not buying the Las Vegas tickets and they're pretty much not doing a WrestleMania next year for the people that like to travel to WrestleMania, it is a huge window for AEW to have some sort of a show to bring people on board and say, hey, we're a wrestling company. We're here to make money. Yes, we have to pay these wrestlers. We have to pay ourselves, but we're not going to break your bank. We're going to give you a really good show for an honest value and kind of be what wrestling was 10 years ago.
But my question is, money aside on the ticket prices, as just a fan of wrestling, maybe I should have been clearer before.
Oh,
how do you feel about Saudi Arabia getting Mania? And then I'll give my opinion.
Okay, the first people that I think about is Minnesota. I think about New Orleans. I think about Indianapolis. Those three cities are getting screwed out of WrestleManias that were promised to them.
Yeah.
That they're just not going to. So I feel bad for those people.
But isn't Minnesota getting SummerSlam?
But SummerSlam ain't WrestleMania.
It's still something.
They were ready to make it. Well, how about this? They haven't really told us. Like when they took New Orleans away, they just flat out said, like, hey, we're giving you money in the bank. I kind of think that Wrestlepalooza was the WrestleMania that was promised to Indianapolis. So I feel bad about them. I really feel bad for the people of London that I think have deserved a WrestleMania a long time. SummerSlam 1992 was a long time ago. That Money in the Bank was cool. AEW has gone there twice and had very dominant shows that says we will sell out for you. We will make you money. And they've just been passed along. But all of the rules are out the window because they're willing to pay $350 million for one. I thought they were just getting WrestleMania, but I guess they're getting the whole package.
And the Royal Rumble.
SmackDown, Raw. That's another $100 million. They paid for that separate. It wasn't like they like. I mean, let's tell the truth. I mean, if my kids set up a lemonade stand outside and the Saudis called and said, "Hey, we'll buy all your lemonade for $100 a cup," I'm selling it to them.
I get it. I get it.
WWE for doing it one bit, but
I really do.
They got to figure something out because
I didn't like it. I mean, I already wasn't happy about the Rumble going there. Like, enough of this. I get it. They pay big bucks.
Mm-hmm.
But could you imagine if the Super Bowl was all of a sudden 1 year going to Saudi Arabia?
It's going.
Super Bowl?
Don't think this is not going to happen.
I'd be sure. I don't think so. But I feel bad for London too. It's a great point you made because remember all the years they said, will the time change? Saudi's that issue too.
Yeah.
I don't like it. It's like an American pastime other than Toronto a couple times. Like, you go to London, that's fine too. The Saudi one bothered me, man. It really did. And I don't watch the product as much lately. It made me, and I know they're not like correlated, it made me not want to go to the next Vegas one.
I get you.
Between the ticket prices and anyway, and like I enjoyed myself last year, I'm kind of coming around, kind of like how you were. Is did it last year? I don't really need to do it again.
Yeah,
that Saudi show made me say, like you don't really care about me coming back after this year. That's how I saw it. London, anybody can go to.
Yeah.
Saudi, no.
Yeah, I think
it bothered me. It made me say, why am I going to give all this money to go to Vegas again when you're basically telling me you better go this year because next year's the year after is off the table.
WrestleMania will always be WrestleMania, but there have
been watch it from home.
But there's been a few WrestleManias that set up the next year's WrestleMania.
Of course,
to go to a team that says like, "Hey, this was good, but next year is going to be
freaking right." I agree. That's WrestleMania. The WWE calendar is WrestleMania to WrestleMania. So that was perfect what you said there.
Yeah,
I agree, and it made me basically feel like insignificant if I go to Vegas next year.
Yeah,
I felt like I was a part of something there this year. As a fan, I feel like this year, I'm there just because, well, it's a good payday for us, and we're really setting it up for the Saudis.
Well, the rumors are out there. Everybody knows about the rumors. They're going to pay whoever they need to pay. Do you think John Cena's going to stick to his guns and December is December, or all of a sudden he's like, hey, I got one more in me?
Man, 99% of the times I would say anything's possible. The word with Cena always is he's one of those guys that if he says something, like he truly means it. That's what
I believe too.
Even Triple H said that. Like, so many wrestlers say, oh, this is it for me, this is it for me, and it's really not the case.
Yeah.
John's one of those rare dudes like that. I'm not saying he wouldn't be there in some capacity. But a match, no, just because the Saudis want it. I think they've been saving Rock and Roman for a while now because of this. I'm tired of the Saudis getting cow tapped too, and let's keep the Saudis happy. I understand they pay a ridiculous amount of money, but enough with this. I mean, I was fine with any other pay-per-view going there. I never complained.
Yeah.
You took Rumble away, which has become a destination event now.
Yeah.
Well, you're taking Mania. It's like, why don't you just move the headquarters to Saudi and run NXT there, developmental everything, because that's how I feel that I don't want to play second fiddle to them. I don't mind them being a part of it as a fan, but not where I have to like, well, if I don't go to Saudi Arabia, I can't go to a big show. Like, I don't know. Maybe I'm just over sensitive. It rubbed me the wrong way.
Yeah.
I know this was coming for a while. I should have seen it. I just didn't think they would do it because there's so many places in America that bid for WrestleMania. Not like they really have to have a hard time finding a taker here.
Well, they got cities that want to pay, but do they have cities that want to pay $350 million for a weekend?
And I understand that.
Yeah.
But at a certain point, like, you've made your money if you're TKO. Like, you've done okay.
Here's the one thing that I believe in WWE for. I don't think they need to create WrestleMania Revenge or like just some like knockoff WrestleMania show. But TKO, WWE, they know there's American money to be made. Even if SummerSlam has to become like a bigger show, they know that there's access money. They don't do access anymore. There's world money out there. There's Superstore money. There's NXT money. They're going to make another show huge. And they know that people are going to want to go see something in that spring to summertime. They're going to make one of the shows they have huge.
No, of course. And okay, obviously they're going back to Las Vegas, so it did well. But it wasn't like Las Vegas didn't do great this year, and they're like, all right, let's call the Saudis and really help us financially with a WrestleMania. WrestleMania was one of their biggest ones in history this past year. For two shows that were good, but I'm sure you and I could come up with a laundry list of shows that we've liked better going to. We just had a fun time there, and it was WrestleMania.
Yeah.
So I think at a certain point, and maybe I'm ripping the Saudis a little too much in general.
Mm-hmm.
I think greed is starting to show a little too much, and I understand, like you said on the first time you ever came on, this is not a family business anymore.
Yeah.
They have a huge investment. At a certain point, like this type of company will move an event to Saudi to make $20 if they would make 10 in Vegas.
Yeah.
And I think that's where the greed comes in.
Mm-hmm.
You're making a couple $100 million if you go to Vegas. They're not paying Saudi. I get it. I just really, and I defended them when they took it out of New Orleans to go to Vegas.
Mm-hmm.
The Saudi one just bothered me. I didn't like the Rumble going there. I think you, me, and Omar talked about that.
Yeah.
Remember we said, it's like, are they telling us like they don't need us there anymore?
Oh.
Remember he said that, and I was like, that's a good point. He's like, I'm not going to a Saudi Arabia show. I'm not either. I'm not going there either. No. So I just think I think it's just becoming, they're showing their greedy side, and I don't blame Triple H. I don't blame the creative team. I think Triple H is just a wheel in the spoke there.
Mm-hmm.
With a bigger operation making these decisions, it's just that day actually made me say, I miss Vince.
Oh yeah.
All never have done that.
Vince wanted WWE to be the circus or some sort of like show that traveled around, that was family atmosphere. Kids could go with their parents, and afford it. I mean, like I think about the show with Sal too, because I remember at the time like telling him like the Sacramento Monday Night Raw tickets went on sale. And I can't remember what it was, but it was high enough that I was like, I'm not going to Raw.
Pay-per-view prices.
I'm not paying $300 for
a month. It's greed. It's greed, and I'm tired of it. I'm planning on canceling my room for Vegas for Mania.
Yeah. Did you even? It went on sale today, right?
Yeah, I didn't even know.
Oh, I didn't see anybody say they bought them, which makes me think maybe I'm wrong. But I thought
I'm curious to see if there's kind of a backlash for Vegas this time, for the two reasons of one, that a lot of people did it this time, and then a lot of people that didn't do it refused to pay those prices.
Yeah.
But I'm curious to see if Vegas does as well as this year, with Saudi on the horizon.
Mm-hmm.
Or some people might say, "Hey, let's go to Vegas." Go nuts, because we know we're definitely not going next year. Yeah. I mean, it goes both ways, and it's Vegas, so why not? And it was a success in Vegas.
Mm-hmm.
But it made me not only like resentful, but like they don't need me. They don't care about me anymore.
I get that.
Enough with this. Like the greed is getting unbelievable.
Mm-hmm.
And I'd love to know who WWE is making these calls. Because at least with TKO, with UFC, Dana White still has like the final say for the most part of where they go, what they do. He has to talk to people, but if he doesn't want to go somewhere, that's probably it. I'm curious with WWE who's the one, like maybe Nick Khan. I don't know.
That's who I think it is. I don't think it's
Triple
H. I think
no. Triple H is like the face. Like he's not like the. So that's why I just seeing Shawn Michaels and Triple H like Saudi Arabia. Wait. I was like, oh my god, you guys are awful.
Did you see?
Did
you watch the show, but did you watch the press conference? Did you see any pictures from the press conference when they announced it?
I just saw them at a podium and a weird looking logo.
There was no press. They were literally.
It looked like they were in like the back room of a Holiday Inn.
And pretty much, if you look at the wrestlers' faces that were there, I don't know if it was travel, waking up early, this, that, or the other, but nobody wanted to be there, and it was very, very, very apparent.
Yeah, and they've had some issues with the Saudis in the past. I mean, let's not forget. You had a plane held up on the tarmac.
I think that was 18 or 19. It wasn't.
Yeah.
It was forever ago.
So you want to risk having a Mania there now and a Rumble? Go for it.
Mm-hmm.
And I was already starting to feel the effects of I have to have ESPN for this, and I have to have Peacock for this, and if I don't have Stevie Breach telling me where and when to watch things. I don't even know half the time now. It's too much work right now to be a WWE fan.
Yeah. Did you sign up for the WWE app?
No.
No?
Yeah, no.
It was, oh, man, my trick worked. I switched over to Hulu.
Right, I remember telling you, yeah.
And then I logged in on the ESPN, and it worked perfect. I was nervous all the way up until the time the show started. I kept thinking, like, well, maybe the pre-show is free, so maybe I don't even know if I'm good or not. But I went online. There was definitely a lot of people who put their money behind what their mouth was saying, and they did not sign up. They just said, no, I'm putting my foot down. I don't need to watch these PLEs. I thought that everybody would cave. There was some people who signed up for the wrong thing. Some people thought if you had Disney Plus, you could watch, and they had to upgrade at the last minute, and they were able to get in there. But I think that honestly, I can tell by my YouTube numbers of like the views I did on that night during the show. It was like 2012 all over again when pay-per-view was still a thing. A lot of people did not get that show because I think people were looking for the show. They were looking for the results. They were looking for the matches.
They're also going head to head with college football that night.
Yeah, big. That was Nebraska and Michigan.
Well, that was the afternoon game. But a lot of people, man, they're not going to give up football to watch a wrestling show on a Saturday night. Sunday night. People like the Sunday night shows. I understand NFL's that day. But there's usually only one game that night for the NFL that you might miss. On a Sunday, where college is games nonstop.
Yeah.
Then they strictly just ran that Saturday show to go against AEW. I get it. I mean, listen, even on College Game Day set, you know how they have the panel and they pick the games.
Yeah.
Who's win that day. The first one that they did was John Cena, Brock Lesnar on College Game Day. That's publicity you can't buy. On such a popular show like that. And they're all thinking about it. They all pick like Cena. They all like, Cena, yeah.
I did.
Desmond Howard was the first one who was like, the actor? He's a wrestler? I was like, oh my God. Like, really? Like, you might have wanted to say something before it. So, yeah, I just think the greed is starting to get a little too much. And I kind of pulled back on that when we saw the WrestleMania ticket prices this year, because I said, I get it's not cheap, but it's Vegas and inflation and, you're getting 2 nights. I mean, I came up with all kinds of reasons to justify it, maybe because I took the plunge and went.
Yeah.
Now, there's no – and I'm not really reading on the internet. Like, I'm going to have to ask you, like, off air, like, what the vibe is on Twitter from fans. And I understand that's what, barely 1% of population, if that. Not even, because it's 1% of the wrestling, 1% of the population in the actual United States are wrestling fans. How many are on Twitter?
Oh,
so call it half that. Call 0.5%.
Yeah,
but it's still a vocal group.
I saw people talking about,
and I heard the show wasn't that great. Let's get into that if you don't mind.
Yeah, let's go.
We got our venting session out, and man, I wasn't planning on venting, but you come on the screen, Stevie, and it comes out. WWE Wrestlepalooza, using the old UCW name that I always liked. 5-match show, I believe.
Yep.
Saturday night main event style for all the hype. Even Troy Dan, who went there, said, "I wish I hadn't gone."
Oh,
that's the guy, a big time YouTuber who loves at certain events. He's got a huge following, and he was like so disappointing. But that being said, you watched it. Thank you for doing work here. What was your thoughts on the show? I mean, I know we just kind of ripped out a new one, but that it matters. They're billionaires. But what do you think of the show, man?
I don't want to say I hated the show. It definitely didn't live up to the hype that I thought it was going to be. I honestly thought we were going to have a WrestleMania-like moment. I thought a lot of the baby faces were going to win to make everybody happy. I thought we were going to get moments. And
for the first ESPN show, for sure.
Yeah, I thought they were going to try and create something that they could make a highlight, reel for, that we were going to see 10 years down the road and remember this show. The way that you remember.
Sorry to cut you off there. Isn't that what Triple H said? Expect something big.
Oh yeah. Let me pat my wife on the back and put her in the Hall of Fame before her father or her brother that more people care about. But that's besides the point.
Heel. Yeah, first time ever.
I love Stephanie. I love her, but immediately I was like, okay, how do we not put her father in the Hall of Fame? And then my girlfriend immediately was like, okay, we all know why he's not in there. And I was like,
yeah, it's kind of a no-brainer.
But like, why is her brother not in there? Her brother hasn't done anything in the wrestling business since probably it's been a couple of years, 2019 probably, when he was messing around with Miz and stuff like that.
Yeah, when he teamed with Roman. He teamed with Roman. People
love him. Like, love him. His matches back in the day, like, he didn't win a lot of them.
He's not in good standing with the company, I don't think.
But I don't know. I think behind the
scenes. Yeah, what do you think of the show? What do you think of the show?
The show itself, it was so.
We'll talk about Shane any other time, but let's get into the show.
It was 6 out of 10 at the best.
You're probably being generous, right?
I had my soul taken from me with Cena losing, and I was like, okay, we'll put an asterisk next to that, and we'll come back to that. And then the AJ Lee match was beyond terrible. God's truth. Every time that I don't know. Okay, remember when Becky showed up on Raw with the black eye? Then the week after AJ's return, I don't know if maybe she's like, I don't want to say it because I mean, like, I don't want to like put that on her, but like maybe she was scared that like she hit her in the eye and didn't want to do it again. But the hits, the slaps, the punches, they weren't even Hollywood, man. Like they just weren't landing, and we could tell at home 100%. That match was just bad. Stephanie Vaquer stole the show with the Io Sky. That was a damn good match. Usos in Braun Breaker, Bronson Reed with LA Knight. That was just Monday Night Raw at its finest. And the main event with Drew and Cody stunk the house up. I don't know how else to say it. It just wasn't.
I heard a rumor. I'm not sure is that Cody pitched to have him rotate the strap. I don't know if I'm just saying I heard a rumor. Even friends of mine I know who can try to find the positive in things. Are like, my God, was that show not good?
Yeah.
But everything you said there, disappointing.
They were building a story out of something. It'd be one thing, but it was nothing.
Shout out Tyler. Yeah, I didn't watch it, so like, listen, full disclosure, and Stevie knows this. If I didn't watch something, I'm not just going to come on and talk about it. I can go off what I heard, and I asked Steve what he thought of it. But everybody has said the same thing about those shows.
Yeah.
Like, it wasn't one part of me that was sitting in a hotel in Nebraska saying, oh man, I wish I was watching this right now. And I'm so bummed because I usually, if I'm out of town and I know a show is really good, you go on X. And within your first couple scrolls, you know what? A lot of people have said that to me too, Tyler. A lot of people said that too, which is good. Good for them. But AEW delivers on pay-per-views and they don't on TV lately.
Well, you remember All In, which was a few months ago.
Shout out Tyler for the
they had all the momentum and they lost it within a week. They need to find a way to put pedals.
We talked about that, remember?
Yeah.
A lot of people who were watching this, a lot of stuff we talk about has happened or turned out to be right. So I hear you. There was no buzz for it on X. And I'm not saying X is the be all end all, and that's the only way to judge a wrestling show. But when you're not watching it, it's a good way to gauge the pulse of the wrestling community.
Okay, the segment with Stephanie and the Undertaker, their big thing now is that they're trying to steal from the NFL. They want to surprise people, putting them in the Hall of Fame, so they get like this realistic moment that they can put online. I remember Undertaker and Shawn Michaels surprising Triple H at the meeting, and then last year they surprised Michelle McCool on TV. I don't remember what it was. I think it was something on ESPN. But
and Taker surprisingly
coming down to the ring and like doing like the small talk with Stephanie to like jump over the rail and sit down in the seat next to her is one of the worst things that WWE has ever done. God honest truth. To send
I should have recorded that.
The man hosts a podcast. You should be able to hold a conversation. Like, it was so bad. So bad.
She hosts one too. It was just I did watch that segment. And I was like, okay. Someone said to me it was so cringe, the two of them. And I was like, well, the only pushback I had was I'm like, she's like a little sister to him. Like, so I got it a little bit. It was terrible. Now we're introducing Hall of Famers in September. Like, okay.
Them tickets. I don't know when they'll go on sale, but they got to sell them.
I hear you. Book it. We want TNA versus NXT Lockdown Lethal. Heck yeah. Let's get into that, man. Let's get into that because Wrestlepalooza was quite the snoozer. I did catch the end of NXT last night.
Okay.
I love when invasions take place.
What was your first thoughts of the invasion?
I loved it.
Really?
I loved it. It could have been done a little better, in my opinion. I'm not a booker. An invasion is better if it comes from out of nowhere. The fact that at one point this wrestler was on this corner, this wrestler was on this corner. There's only two things I didn't like about it. One, that you gave away Cardona being there right away. Mm-hmm. That would have been cool.
Did you see the open of the show? No. If you were paying attention to the very beginning, they showed you that he was there in the very beginning. Like they showed Obi Femi, is that his name? No, that's whatever it is. They showed him getting out of his car, and Cardona's like in the background, like getting out of his car, and you're like, "What the heck is he doing there?"
Staring him down,
and he not staring him down, just getting out of his car and walking in the parking lot also. And it's like, wait a minute.
No, I didn't see that.
Rick Williams and Eric Young is right behind him, getting out of his car at the same time. So
yeah, an invasion is better if it comes from out of nowhere.
The tone.
Yeah, I don't agree with that, and now I like it a little less. What I didn't like was the Starks and Obafemi part during the invasion.
Yeah.
It was like, all right, man, this other company has come out to kick your ass in the ring, and you're over there fighting over the belt.
What about this, though? Think about the names in the ring. Matt Cardona.
Eric Young.
Iconics. Eric Young.
Yeah.
They're all WWE people.
In NXT.
In NXT, saying they're from TNA. And then the first thing I thought of was when the WCW invasion was going on and they inputted ECW into it. It was Dreamer and Rob Van Dam jumped the rail to attack Kane and Jericho, and the Dudleys, Taz, Raven, and Rhino ran out to make the save as Team WWE. And then all of a sudden, they turned around and beat up WWE. And so
I wonder if Cardona has left to go to WWE.
Are we doing this again? Like, are we?
Could be. Triple H is not proven to just kind of go back to the playbook from 20-something years ago type person. Mm-hmm. So maybe that's just us, or you and I tend to overthink things.
Yeah,
that's a great idea. But if you're right, man, I will give you all the props in the world. But I don't know. I think you always had a surprise with Cardona at a Rumble, and you've now given that away.
No.
I would have not used him last night. I know he lives in Orlando, so he's local. Mm-hmm. And it was stupid with Santana on the headset.
Oh, yeah.
No, granted, they showed up on NXT a bunch, so it's not like, oh my God, like when Hall and Nash showed up. But the whole point of an invasion is you attack when they least expect it. Mm. don't like Dark Side. Shaking my head. Oh, okay. Tyler, I like your points, and I would love a lethal lockdown, man. Let's do something different. Or it could be another War Games match. You're going to be there. It doesn't have to be just WWE on the card at War Games.
Mm-hmm.
You're doing it at Petco Park. Use that sucker.
Kill it.
Yeah. People are paying a lot of money to be in San Diego on a holiday weekend. Make it count. So to have another War Games match, I'm all for that. That would be really cool. Cool way to end close to the end of the year. So we talked about that. You said you didn't watch AEW All Out. That's fine. Who would I be to judge? I did catch a little bit. It seems like every show Tony has to do something crazy to get people talking. And by that, I mean, like, this time they set Jon Moxley on fire.
Oh, this goes.
Like, you're Renee Young. You're like, another one, John?
Yeah.
Like, how much longer can you be in this company type thing? You don't have to do stuff like that to have a successful pay-per-view, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
And if you do it every time, A, people start to expect it, and B, it reeks of desperation, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
I get it; those are two crazy SOBs, but enough with that, man. You went balls to the wall for All In. I don't get it. I liked the Adam Copeland and Christian segment with Wendell Clark. That's a former Maple Leafs player, and then Mr. Bubbles. Yeah. So man, the track record is AEW does really good pay-per-views. I agree with Tyler there. Please don't do War Games. Do it Lethal Lockdown, please. I get it, but we're trying to book a pay-per-view here, Tyler. Thank you. I would rather Lethal Lockdown. Yeah, me too. But you can't do that in the NXT arena.
Mm-hmm.
So you have to find another place. But wait, they're gonna be here. Funny, I'm not going to it, believe it or not. NXT is in Fort Lauderdale Saturday for a pay-per-view.
Oh, I remember when they announced that. I remember seeing that too.
15-20 minutes from me. I'm not going. Not trying to be like, oh, look at me, I'm too good for it. It's just I really want to watch some good football games that day. And I know I'm checking my phone the whole time. And then I can't go to the AEW show here next week. But that being said, it's a No Mercy pay-per-view, so kind of piggyback off what Tyler said. My guess is they're going to use that show to piggyback into the show you're going to. I could be wrong. But yeah, so what do you think about AEW these days?
They need something, and I'll tell you the truth. I listened to a few reviews that talked about, the show, and so I could follow along what was going on. Mm-hmm. And one of the things that even when I look at it, one of the things that I think killed my love for AEW with me following along was when BTE ended. And I just recently found out that BTE is important again. Like, the Young Bucks have been making videos. They're not as long as like the old school version where it was almost like a 30-minute show every Monday. But like, they told you this Jack Perry storyline was coming. Like on BTE, I guess Jack Perry sent the Young Bucks a knife, and they told them, like, the next time you want to, stab me in the back, use this, or it was something like that. But I got to get back to watching BTE. I guess the videos drop noontime on Mondays, and
Matt Jackson has his other channel too with his wife.
Yeah,
never not jet lagged. Tyler also says Hangman Page versus Kyle Fletcher better than Cena and Lesnar. Man,
Kyle Fletcher was a tag team guy a year ago that they built up to this place.
Yeah. I like that.
Mm-hmm.
I like when people evolve. So yeah, a lot of people have said that show was better.
Mm-hmm.
You wouldn't think, man, your first show on ESPN. I don't know, the vibe I'm getting from you and everybody was almost like a throwaway show.
I don't know what they were building to anything there. Like,
did it make you want to watch Raw last night?
Did I watch Raw?
Did it make you want to watch Raw? Remember after a good pay-per-view, you're like, I can't wait the next night?
No, because
Okay.
I almost felt like a lot of the storylines were done, and we were going to be starting fresh. And so, like,
Punk and Rollins is never going to end.
oh yeah, I don't think so. But
Even though he came out and confronted Cody.
the
So
one thing that's coming out with Crown Jewel being champion versus champion is that it cools CM Punk off a little bit so they can go another direction. It's not like Punk doesn't want to have a fight with them. It's the fact that he can't fight them because he already has another match.
Sure.
And that makes me wonder, like, are we going to get Becky versus AJ as a singles match? Because I would wonder if they would have AJ go to Australia without Punk, or if maybe they're going to have Punk do something else. But he didn't start any feud or anything like that on Mondays, and we only got 3 weeks. We got 2 more Raws.
And have you noticed their international schedule is 5 to 10 times more than it used to be?
Oh yeah, big time.
They kind of made that clear from the beginning, and I pushed back a little on that, and I was like, "Is it like, do you want American cities to beg you to come, or it's just the money is so good there?"
Oh yeah,
Ronald Guzman, I'm not going to put that up there, but obviously you're not a Triple H fan, I'm guessing. But all right, we got it the first time, Ronald. Thank you. But that being said, so all right, sorry. Hold on, meant to hide that. Hit the wrong button. Okay, so man, so wrestling right now, I'm waiting for the uptick, and I think for WWE it's going to be Survivor Series time.
I don't know. This Crown Jewel could be fun. I mean, the
story. Oh yeah, another Saudi event.
No, Crown Jewel's in Australia.
I'm sorry, another international event.
Yeah. But Cody versus Seth, I mean, has an awesome storyline built in. It's not last year where they did Cody versus Gunther, and it seemed like it was just a straight up throwaway.
Yeah.
Hit. I mean,
and there's history with Cody and Seth, so
yeah, you just say like Seth's never beat Cody. I mean, Seth is the reason that why Cody is the champion today, because of what happened at WrestleMania 40, and Seth was really thinking in the locker room. Like, I think Cody got in his head.
Yeah, because you saw Cody's face when Seth's music hit.
I
like the holding up of the 2 titles and doing that. I'm still old school like that. I don't know. Man, like that's why I'm not going to come on here and claim to be an expert in everything wrestling when I'm not watching it as much. The product, I still love it. That's why I'm so grateful you're here to, break down, because you really do a great job keeping up with it.
What was the first thing you thought of when Brock beat Cena when you heard it on Saturday night?
Not surprised.
You just weren't surprised? My immediate thoughts was, okay, like this is going to be John Cena's last storyline. Like, we're gonna get Cena versus Brock at Crown Jewel. They're going to be part of War Games, and then the last match on Saturday night's main event will be Brock. Like this is.
No, I don't know about that. I don't know about that. I knew it wasn't going to be just one match. Wait, no, isn't Cena wrestling AJ?
Yeah. So they're just, what are we doing here?
Like, a tweet last night saying like, "Thank you to Triple H for thinking of me and the fans in this match. I promise I'm going to give AJ Styles like it was some like."
The only thing I can think of is that they have a match, but Brock comes out and beats up Cena, win, lose or draw, or beats him up during the match.
Brock doesn't want to go to Australia. Who are we kidding? Maybe TNA should book that TNA bound. Yeah, do something, man. Tyler, I love the way you're thinking. I say just do something different. Kind of, the nice thing with NXT and TNA is you can get a little edgier there than you can on the like main roster stuff.
But I'll tell you one thing that's really cool on WWE. Like, my favorite storyline that is going on that I think you kind of have to pay attention to more than anything else is what's going on with Jey Uso. Jey Uso, he's not wearing the yeet stuff anymore. He's just gone to a normal black tank top. He's wearing black sweatpants. He's pretty much, he's turned up like everything in the black. He's fighting with his brother. He's fighting with LA Knight. And then on Monday, he had a match against LA Knight.
Right.
The Vision came down. The Vision tried to interfere, but only interfered with LA Knight. LA Knight took him out. And then when he got back into the ring, Jey Uso got the win, and they let him just walk away. And it wasn't until he walked away that they wanted to get back in and beat up LA Knight. Like, it gives me huge memories of watching Sting in the NWO back in 1996. And I think the storyline is trying to get us to think, like, is Jey Uso a bad guy? Is he joining the Vision? Is like he doing whatever he has to do to get this championship back? And if he thinks he has to do this, maybe he can go to SmackDown and he can fight against Cody and become a champion there or something like that.
Tyler wants us to mark his words on something. Tyler's bringing the heat tonight, so I'm going to promote it. His prediction is Cena versus Dom and Gunther versus Cena and Cena versus Roman Reigns. He said mark his words on that. Okay, you know what, Tyler? We're going to hold you to it. All right. I like that. I like when people say just book it. Who knows the way they're going. I'm just glad Cena's getting his requests in.
Is Dom going to be on one of the Raws, the one from Madison Square Garden or the one from Boston? Is that where you think the Dom match is going to be?
I mean, you run the risk is Dom's a more over babyface than Cena.
Dom's got to. I'm not Dom. No, Dom doesn't need to be him. Cena needs to be Brock. That's the only way it is.
Yeah, that's his Achilles heel.
The whole year is supposed to be to celebrate Cena. Yeah, we turned him heel and he's not heel anymore. Right now should be John Cena having John Cena matches that we're going to remember because we're not going to get him anymore. We don't want to see.
No, until Saturday next year.
Quarterbacking the Giants. We need to see him like. We want to remember him like winning Super Bowls. Like Cena needs to beat Brock. I think it's going to
need to have his Peyton Manning moment in his last match. You know, Peyton won a Super Bowl at the end.
Yeah.
Didn't play great. Didn't matter. They won. So that's what I'm thinking. But so this is just tonight. This is us spitballing ideas, opinions on the current comings and goings of wrestling.
Mm-hmm.
I like that, man. We don't claim to know everything, and we never will. Stevie might know. I'm just kidding. Definitely not. But man, Tyler, thank you for your support in the comments. It made the show fun. Stevie, thank you for coming on again. Anything you're thinking of in wrestling? Anything you want to promote on your end, brother? The floor
there's two big matches coming up this current week. On SmackDown, we're going to find out who Stephanie Bakir fights. There's going to be a match, Stratton versus Cargill versus Nia Jax. Whoever wins that match will go to Crown Jewel to fight Stephanie Bakir.
All right, Tiffany is already my Crown Jewel.
Yeah, there we go. And then over on Raw this upcoming Monday, we got a Dom is fighting against Rusev. That should be fun. But then the Usos are having a match against Braun and Bronson, and there's going to be a tornado tag. So you think that just means everybody's in the ring at the same time?
Yeah, it could be. Anything else, Steve? You want to talk about your channel? You want to talk about anything? Anything? Come on, bro.
No, we're all good. You head on over to Stevie Breach. We try to post a video each and every day. I try to keep wrestling as much as I can, but I love football. I like pro football. Jeremy loves college football. Mm-hmm. But yeah, we just have fun over there, man. If you need,
I was gonna say for more wrestling stuff, go to Stevie's channel as well. Stevie Breach. He does great analysis of Oh no, I don't want to talk about that topic. It's a serious topic, but I appreciate it, Tyler. Yes, no, Stevie does great recaps after shows take place. I enjoy watching his stuff. If you're a college football fan, even if you're not, man, I've been lucky to do some cool vlogs this season. And so watching them, it's not just really football related. It's just like meeting people in the town also where I'm at.
You went to Florida State's opener where they got the big win. You went to Tennessee where they choked it and lost to Georgia, and then
And
you went and saw Michigan versus Nebraska.
Yeah, and had a great time everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
Great time, and it's like each place has kind of its own like vibe in a way.
Yeah,
Nebraska, obviously they haven't been good in a long time, truly good, but the way they get ready for a game is so different than like the South here.
Yeah.
Or like the night before the game, like in a college town in like Florida State or Warsaw, they're getting after it. There, they don't start till like day of the game. Like I'm walking to the downtown area by the stadium the night before the game, and it was like I'm talking to Nebraska fans, and I'm like, "Why is it so quiet here? Game's tomorrow." You know, I'm like, oh, I get it. Okay, I respect that. But you learn little things.
What is the game of the weekend? Like, what are we looking forward to on Saturday?
Georgia, Alabama, and Oregon, Penn State.
There you go.
That's top 10 matchups, and they're both at the same time.
Oh,
I know.
Games, right?
Huh?
Are they night games?
They're night games, 7:30.
There you go. Yeah. All right.
ABC and NBC. Two really good games. So those are the two I'm thinking of. Florida State plays Friday this week. And I don't know. I don't book it. But yeah, Steve, anything else, man? It was always a pleasure, man.
Always good, man. Thank you very much.
I want to thank you for really working with my schedule the last couple of weeks, man. So thank you for being so understanding.
You tell me when, and I'll be there. I guarantee it.
Oh, you're always good for that, but I appreciate it, Steve. I wanted everyone to hear that.
Thank you.
So that's it. And if you have anything else, man, comment on this video. Myself or Steve will get back to you. If you have any other questions, and you're on Steve's channel, he's great at getting back to people as well. And if you find one of us on Twitter, man, you know, Steve, the hordes come to Steve on Twitter because he knows the stuff. So that's it for tonight. And we're going to try to get back to a little more of a regular schedule. And sorry for the vent session from my part in the beginning.
Oh, no way.
It kind of just hit me when we started talking about it. So anything else, Steve?
All is good.
Okay, take care, everyone.
Thank you.